Yeah, I've seen this thing all over the internet called The New Norm. It's a animated sitcom that is going to be on, they hope, X. And they did a little 3 minute promo. And I watched it. And if you haven't, the basic setup is this man about my age, mid 50s, let's say, mid to late 50s, is on house arrest because he threatened the school board because they were teaching his, I think, teenage daughter that men can be boys and boys can be men, as he puts it. And then uh, this non binary, ultra liberal person has to be moved in as part of his sentence, along with his ankle monitor, to convert him. And then his best friend, who happens to be African American, who's also his boss, and there's a few jokes, and then the Chad, yeah, that's the name, Chad, then calls his superiors, who are three very stereotypical, cliched from the point of view of the right, people. There's a guy dressed like a dog. There's a woman who's got a shaved head, and I think the president, or no, I think they're making fun of the one. I can't remember her name, but she had been a man, and now she was transitioning, and she had this long hair, and they're telling him to break him. And then it ends with Norm having had his woke beer shook up, and it goes all over his face. And then Elon Musk shows up to wave to the studio audience. This is all animated, remember? And they all end up going to Disneyland to ride the It's a Woke World After All. Okay. My immediate takeaway on it is one, they really, they say they want to be the conservative South Park. No, they don't. They want to be All in the Family. The entire house setup is All in the Family. The main character, Norm, is Archie Bunker. The problem is that they don't seem to quite grasp how All in the Family actually worked. I can remember growing up watching All in the Family, again, mid 50s. And the thing was that Archie was a bigot. But that wasn't all he was. He was a devoted husband, devoted father, hard worker, and he had a keen sense for injustices, just not the ones that his son in law, the ultra liberal Mike, aka Meathead, was. And they're trying to replicate that without understanding that Archie wasn't the hero. A lot of the humor came from his ignorance and the fact that he would get a comeuppance at the end of most shows. That's why it worked. The other problem is they don't understand what the heck humor is, I don't think. There's a lot of stuff about pronouns and woke and transitioning, but there aren't any jokes. There are more statements. There was one actual joke that had a setup and a punchline. And this was the friend slash boss is talking about how his son Reggie is going to be transitioning. And Norm asks, transitioning into what? And his friend replies, I don't know, but hopefully not a Jets fan. See? That's a joke. It's not a really funny joke, but it's still a joke. And that's the best joke. Yeah, I don't know if this thing's going to work or not. It's like what was that one Daily Wire did that everybody was going on and on about? Mr. Burcham. It's like that. What's worse about Mr. Burcham? Adam Carolla is a professional comedian. He gets how to be funny. But he's not funny in Mr. Burcham. Anyway, that's my take on the new norm.